guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. Goku's power was increasing in an unreal way, so much so that the dimensions themselves were altering. That's right, Kakarot was furious, being defeated in the most humiliating way by Ryuk. The power he gave off began to destroy all the planets of the 12 universes. I don't care what I have to do. I swear, I'll return that humiliation multiplied by 100. No, by 1,000. You'll prefer death. In that instant, Kakarot would be out of combat. At that moment, Zeno-sama was also very thoughtful for everything that has happened, because due to his fault, that being had been released, a being that was even more powerful than Dracoria. Whis, I've decided to merge with my friend Goku since it's the only way for all of us to be able to survive. Great Zeno-sama, are you sure of what you just told me? We don't know if you'll be able to return to normal. If he doesn't return to normal, it doesn't matter, since he always lives in the body of my best friend. There's no one better than him to be the one worthy of bearing my power. Understood, sir. If that's your request, that's what we'll do. All of Zeno-sama's internal energy was being channeled into a single point in his entire body, so that the fusion would be much easier. And at the moment of joining with Goku, his power would multiply 100 times more, as he would be compressed. He would need to expand, and with this, he would awaken all of Goku's hidden potential. At that moment, Goku would regain consciousness and observe great destruction throughout the kingdom of everything. So Goku would agree to the Ultra Instinct. However, at that time, Whis would explain everything that happened to Goku, which would be very surprised but would accept the request of his best friend. My friend Zenny, I promise that we'll win this war. With your power, I'm not allowed to lose. I know that I'll succeed, so you don't have to worry. I'm not worried. I know that you'll be able to govern this multiverse in a better way than I governed it. I trust you. A great light would begin to cover all that place, and in the same way all the essence of Zeno-sama was entering the body of Goku, which was being charged with an incredible power, being so much that even his body seemed to explode. Mr. Goku, you must access the Ultra Instinct Phase 3 to be able to dominate all that power, otherwise it will explode. I will not die. I have a pending revenge against that damn Ryuk. I swear, I'll annihilate him, and I'll do it for the sacrifice of my friend Zeno-sama. Goku, accessing the Ultra Instinct Phase 3, with which all his spiritual sea would begin to expand in an incredible way. So much so would be the power of the great Zeno-sama that even several marks on his face appeared. That's right, were the marks of the king of everything. The power of Goku would even be perceived in the dimension where both gods were training. Damn, whose power is this? It's a gigantic power. I can't believe it. What's wrong, Ryuk? I'm not able to feel anything at all. If you're not able to feel this power, that means that this power is out of this dimension, so beings like me were the only ones that can feel it. However, all over that place, an incredible pressure would fall on both warriors. Ryuk was able to remain standing, unlike Dracoria, who was completely bent and fell to his knees. What is this? Whose pressure is this? I'm not able to move. Meanwhile, Goku had completely merged with Zeno-sama, which this time released an incredible power. So much was his power that he was even able to reach where both gods were, and Goku had not noticed. The power that flows through me is incredible. With this power, I'll be able to defeat him. You are right, Mr. Goku. You currently possess an incredible power, but don't forget that the energy drain must be overwhelming. That's exactly what I was thinking. So we'd better have our last training session before we fight with those bastards. That's right. At that moment, Goku, together with Whis, would enter one of the forbidden rooms of the Kingdom of Everything, in which both would begin with their furtive training. Returning with both gods, the pressure would disappear completely. What was that? I can't understand it. My power is not low at all, and yet I was not able to stand up to that incredible power. Dracoria, I don't know whose power it is, but it was a gigantic power. I would dare to say that your power was on par with my maximum power. But that can't be. You're an existence that can be considered omnipotent level. Even Zaiku-sama, Zeno-sama's father, had to sacrifice himself to be able to seal it.
and a simple worm can't have the same power as you. Although it pains me to admit it, it's the truth. That guy's power doesn't lose with mine, so we'd better train much harder so we won't be simple worms against that being.
At that moment, Ryuk and Dracoria threw themselves against each other to be able to withstand great pressure and damage to their bodies. After a few months in which they continued with that training, both gods began to mediate and even train in different places. That is, each one of them was dominating 100% of their techniques. Meanwhile, returning to Goku and Whis, both warriors had equally carried out an incredible training. However, they had only focused on the energy drain of Goku's body, noticing how every day Goku's body was filled with much greater power. So that's what the great Zeno-sama meant. Flashback. When Goku's able to master all my power, he'll be able to unlock 100% of my true power of Zen the Annihilator. Zen the Annihilator? That's right, Whis. I was able to end the lives of 6 super gods. For that very reason, they called me that. And since my power is unlimited, the more Goku controls it, the more power he'll be able to unleash. Is your power infinite, great Zeno-sama? Of course not, but only Goku will be able to let my power know no limit. And a flashback. So Goku, all this time, his goal was to master all of Zeno-sama's demonic power. The power that Zeno-sama possessed was incredible, but it seems to have no limit. But I'll be able to master it completely because I won't let those bastards have the slightest chance. That's right, Mr. Goku. They are the last 2 warriors. By finishing all this, we'll be able to revive all the others with the Super Dragon Balls. Quickly, Goku's training with Whis had to come to an end. At that moment, both warriors would leave the dimension. However, Goku was in an Ultra Instinct, but even with that power, he was able to shake all 12 universes. Apparently, I've become too powerful, and even this entire multiverse was not able to withstand it. Goku, with a perception of his ki much more developed, had felt the power of both gods, and together with Whis, they began to move through each of the timelines. At the moment of arriving, they appeared in front of both gods, who were a little surprised.
How are they able to know where we were?
That's none of your business, but this time we'll be able to kill them both and bring peace to all the universes. Dracoria at that moment, without waiting for anything, had launched himself against Whis. Both of them would start exchanging blows at incredible speeds, while Goku and Ryuk were staring at each other.
No matter how long you've been training, you are absolutely nothing compared to me, since I'm even considered an omnipotent being.
I don't care what you are and aren't, because today will be the day of your death. Neither you nor anyone else will be able to avoid it, because I have enough power to finish you off.
Did you say you have enough power? Ha! You're a mere mortal.
Goku at that time, a lightning speed, would be able to connect a great blow, which this time had made him fall to a planet, destroying himself completely. By such power, even had been able to cross dimensions with that blow. Ryuk would begin to vomit large amounts of blood, not being able to assimilate what had happened.
What? How are you able to cause this damage in one blow? This can't be.
You don't know what can happen. Now this'll be the place of your death! Ryuk at that moment would raise all his power, with which each planet of the 12 universes was disintegrated completely. Ryuk would continue with his power increase, which even left a little surprised Goku. If it weren't for the power of Zeno-sama, I'd never be able to face this guy. His power is of another level. Ryuk at the moment would create an incredible explosion, which would cause great waves of fire, and even did not allow a clear vision. Ryuk, with flashing speed, began to exchange blows with Goku, which was not far behind. That's right, the power of Goku was so big that it was equal to the power of Ryuk. Ryuk in that instant would connect a great blow, making him fall to a planet. But before he celebrates his blow, a great claw of energy had been able to make him fall to the ground, detaching every part of his body. Large amounts of blood fell to the ground. Heh, what do you think of that? Weren't you able to read my moves? Let me admit that this is not my full power, but before I finish you off, I'll show you the power that you'll never achieve, no matter how hard you try. Meanwhile, Whis against Dracoria both seemed to have very even battle, but in each exchange of blows, Whis was injecting celestial energy in Dracoria's spiritual sea. The more the battle went on, the worse Dracoria's body was in worse conditions.
What's wrong with me? Why is my body behaving strangely? All the power was to demonstrate in this place, Could it be because of the damage of my body? It doesn't matter, I'll finish with him.
Whis would realize that Dracoria was no longer a rival for him, so in that precise moment, he would connect hundreds of blows to Dracoria. Falling to the ground very badly wounded, Whis, in that moment, would throw his great attack, which Dracoria would try to resist it, being impossible. That's right, the power condensed in the attack of Whis was barbarity. For every being you've exterminated, I, the Super Guardian of Universe 7, will exterminate you. The incredible power of Whis had been able to reduce to simple atoms the whole body of Dracoria. At the moment, Whis would notice how Goku is increasing his power in an incredible way. That's right, Goku was accessing his form of King of Everything. Ryuk, when feeling all that power, would be surprised when realizing that it was very similar to the power he had felt months ago.
Were you the owner of that power you felt months ago?
So you already felt all my power, but on that occasion I wasn't able to control it. Now with all this power, I'll end your pathetic life. Goku with a great speed would give him millions of blows, leaving Ryuk very hurt, who would be very surprised to realize that the owner of all this gigantic power that he felt months ago was that Saiyan.
Damn mortal, don't think you'll be able to do anything against me. You don't have the power to finish me off.
Ryuk in that instant would begin to absorb all the energy of all the universes, beginning to fill with an incredible power all his body. That's right, Ryuk's body seemed to explode with so much power, but at that moment, Ryuk would channel that power in a great attack.
If you want to dodge it, but this whole pathetic multiverse will be blown to pieces, and not even the Zama Dragon will be able to revive them. This power is atomic.
I don't care if this power is called atomic. I'm the king of everything, and I have the power to disintegrate everything in my path, and this will be no exception. Goku in the same way would begin to channel a great part of all his power. At that moment, all the power of Goku began to shoot in an incredible way. Ryuk would launch his incredible attack while Goku in the same way would launch a great power. At the instant of colliding for 2 minutes, a great explosion would be created all over the place, which would begin to turn Ryuk into dust.
So this is the end of me. I never thought I would be defeated by a simple Saiyan.
This simple distortion of the attacks would be so powerful that it would end the life of Ryuk. Goku would go quickly to his dimensional change to not be affected, leaving with Whis to another universe. After a few weeks, both reunited the Super Dragon Balls.
What is your wish? I can fulfill one of your wishes.
I want you to revive the god Beerus and all the good-hearted beings who were affected by our revenge.
That's a very easy wish to fulfill.
Zama will fulfill the wish of the Saiyan with great ease, and in the same way, Beerus would be again the god of his universe, while Goku would become the new king of everything. With the power that lives within me, I promise to protect this multiverse. Nothing will happen to it while I rule it. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.